Hi Andy, this is Mukshu. Don't you think that this is really epic? Just look at the sun. And I'm about to start filming my super epic hike in the very secret and secluded corner of the village. So right now I'm on the first Red Army Street, and this is this will be um, this will be the Red Commandos Street, and I mean it's called differently, but it doesn't really matter. So if I walk over there, it will kind of lead me home. But right now, I'm walking around this super cool loop, and it's a long loop, so I gotta keep moving in order to catch some glimpses of the sun. I'm being a little bit late, and yeah, so this is a very little fragment, of the first Red Army Street, and it will end up at the river. So there will start a very beautiful Riverside Street. Just look at this. I'm so glad I have caught this light. This is another very picturesque избушка. So right now you can see something on the right, and it's some factory. I'm not really sure what they make here, but nothing interesting. Such a long truck. Okay. Let's hope I can see some glimpses of the sun. So, as you see, it's still called the first Red Army Street. And right now, instead of sorry about that, instead of walking down the Riverside Street itself, I will just walk along the path that is on the riverbank. You can see these trunks. I've got to film them. Now what? Here they are. Okay. And here you can see some very nice pines. So this is such an interesting place. And to be honest, when I was younger, I really had no idea it exists. So I could have walked in that direction, which is very picturesque too, but there is such a dilemma. So I should be going on the right and along the riverbank. So surprisingly, there are many people. Let's hope it will be less busy now, or probably not. So here you can see the river already, and it's quite oozy, as you see. Just look at this. I filmed one of my videos being on that side. So that side is the factory embankment, meaning the factory that is over there. So just look at this path. It's really amazing. Let's see what's in there. Nothing interesting. Okay. So more people. What are they doing here? but at least the weather is great. So this is my first video in here this year, and last year I probably was not this lucky because it was a little bit gloomy and the light was not this great. And this one is a railway bridge, actually. It's in between. It's in between the automobile bridge on River Street and the automobile bridge that is on Railway Street. So this is just railways and the bridge for railways. So when the train is riding over this bridge, it seems like it's riding an automobile bridge, which of course is not the same, and they are quite far from each other, but not very far, you know. I can show it to you. Well, you can see how fast the sun is setting down. Look at this light. And now everything will be dissolving in this light. I literally caught the last glimpses of sunset. I mean, it's quite high yet, but it's a little bit no, misty. So let's hope that there will be the path on the left, to the left, I mean, and I'll be able to get on the Riverside Street, back on the Riverside Street. So like I said, I already filmed everything in here, almost, except some, probably except this exact corner, but I think that I filmed pretty much everything. So right now I'm filming it here. So if you walk under the bridge, you'll see the automobile bridge. So this is the path, and I will walk over there, but right now I'm kind of walking to see if there's anything interesting under the bridge, because you know, when I was little and I was riding my sports bike, I loved this direction. I found it and it was my secret place. I don't remember so many people here ever, but well, just look at this place. This looks like some sort of pilgrimage. And all of these are migrants. This is really strange. It looks like they got off in some from some bus. They got off some bus and now they're moving here. So this is the automobile bridge. It really makes no sense to walk further because the only place you will get to is the road, so you can just climb up, I think so, or maybe you can walk further under that bridge as well. So you can see someone standing over there. Okay, I'm gonna walk back and turn to that path, so I won't have to walk behind all this crowd. And there is another really silent fragment that you can see. So this is an ordinary suburban train from Dubai, presumably. People everywhere. It's something crazy. And look at this place. So right now, there will be an absolutely impossible place with these fairy tale trees on the right. So you'd better pay attention. Look at this. I just want to fix it. Okay. This is so strange that I'm staring like this. Just look at these trees. They are really big and really old, and they were planted here to prevent um, the destruction of the railways. This is a place where residents always walk their doggies. So right now I reached Riverside Street, and I'll be walking in that direction. I think that this astounding thing, the treehouse, the impossible treehouse, which is actually very dangerous, I think it will be still on the right, or maybe some remnants of it. So this is actually still the Riverside Street. And I want to film a bit of these trees. Granted, the houses are only on one side. Maybe it's not such an interesting road, but just look at this wall. It's like and you can see the light is so surreal because it's liquid gold that is giving such light. So this wall is absolutely incredible. Okay. I probably could have walked on the left at some point, but I know that there's a very angry doggy. It's very little, but it's very angry. And also there's no real road in there, so maybe I should just walk straight and then I'll get back to the main road. where the garage cooperative is. I remember how they were building this house, and look, they made some major progress. This is a very exceptional road, actually. It's probably quite boring to watch this. I'm not sure what this is. And maybe I can really walk on the left, but I'm not sure if I can pass in there. Okay, I just want to show you this. It's like an enchanted forest. And this is the fungi. Грибы, короче. Because it's not moss. It has absolutely nothing to do with moss. Fungi. You should pronounce it like fungi. We have this word as well. We call it just fungi. Or for example, fungicide, meaning fungicide. Something that kills fungi. Okay. As you see, the railway is very close. And I'm trying to find this impossible treehouse. Well, I think it's somewhere around. When I got here for the first time, I couldn't really believe. So yeah, I think that if I wanted to get back into the middle of the roads, I should walk in here, but I probably shouldn't. Because otherwise, I won't be able to film any more of these trees. Just look at this forest. And I'm still looking for the impossible treehouse. If I find it, this place really looks exceptional, like an enchanted forest. I can say that I've never seen anything like this anywhere. Oh, I found it. I think that it's leaning on one side and nobody's using it anymore. But here it is. I have no idea how, and the most important is why. Why they build it? I mean, for whom? Who needs something like this? And there was a ladder. Maybe they bring ladders sometimes, but I think it's really not safe. So yeah, right. I showed it to you. Just look how high above the ground it is. Can you see it? This is really bizarre. Oui. I should be aware of these little pits. So the village is mostly on the left. And I can walk back to the main road. This is the road as well. I probably can walk in there in order to get back to the first Red Army Street. Ой, очки. there's a big chance that I'll meet the angry doggy again, but I remember this little road because there will be a couple very picturesque избушка houses. This is a new избушка, not an old one. And this is an old избушка. Let's see if I can film it. I think I did the right thing that I walked on the left. And this is probably the mechanic water well. I think this is the dead end over there. Such a cool view this is, right? Can you see this glowing? It's really wet. So I'm about to exit this place. You can see that there's a lot of food bakery everywhere, and this is such a hidden house. It's like in the woods. So I got back to, you know where. I'm also trying to figure out if I can walk a few steps further so that I can see something interesting. I mean, I have to walk in that direction anyway, so let's see. This is another избушка as well, and if you look at it from the side, you can see that it's real избушка. I'm not sure what is this called. Well, you can see that chokeberries are ripen everywhere. Look how much of chokeberries, and it's a desolate shrub. I think that this is a desolate plot, and this is an abandoned house. But this place looks so, romantic. And this road especially, I think that I never really walked here. I mean, this little fragment. Look at this. Okay. Yeah, I know what it's called. It's called the Second Red Army Street. Not so much variety as you see. But the problem is that they are winding. This is such a nice plot. Look at this. Okay. They are winding, so they might form loops and other strange figures. So you never know which one is which one. And this is a super professional banya. You can buy such a construction, and it's ready for installation. So, to be honest, I have no idea where I am. But I think that this is kind of the third Red Army Street or something like that. I already have no chance to walk in there because I cannot walk back. Let's take a look. This is such a rural place, and I really discovered it right now. So this is pretty cool. Just look at this liquid gold. I think I'm almost there. I'm almost at Red Commando Street. I mean the main asphalt road, which is a long one. Oh, probably I have been here once. I'm not sure. And right now it will be such a tricky thing because it's not easy to pass in here. As you see, something very strange going on. But you know, I have a chance to sneak by. Okay. I think they're gonna be building a house because they already prepared the base and they are building the basement. And all this sand is for the basement. Yeah, this is an interesting hike. Do you agree? It's quite long again. Look, such nice izbushka with this LED lights garland. I told you already that it's a sort of a fashion. Look how many flowers they have. This is so nice and so picturesque. And this is a very oozy ditch. And I remember I walked in here. I think that I came here from another direction, from that location, and I think that I walked a narrow path. It was last year, so I kind of remembered this thing. Well, despite people being nearby, I will take a look at this little pond. This is an abstraction pond, but it's very cool. Do you agree? So I'm gonna walk further and not to embarrass anyone because they all are staring at me, including the owner of this very cool izbushka house. This is really strange. Look at this. I'm glad that no one really told me anything. So this damaged road, it used to be a very good asphalt road, but not anymore. Ой, извините. Okay. So I'm gonna walk a few more steps and show you some houses over here because it's the same video. I know it's very long. Блин, это очень, конечно, круто. As you see, the road is super damaged. Nothing interesting. So this is such a fragment that I would never film on its own. And yeah, I think that last time, one of last videos that I made last year, I came out of there And then I made a video where I came out of the place the same as today. And this is another very, very authentic and desolate house. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's like, well, we'll see it now. This plot is abandoned. Look at this. Oi, boy. You gotta be careful. This used to be such a nice plot. Look at this barn. It's so really authentic, and this kind of a garage, and it used to have these fashionable windows and on the second floor as well. So right now it's abandoned, and I remember this thing, and it's a finding that I've been wanting to show you as well. So okay, I showed it to you. It's very dirty here, and I can feel some sand on my tongue actually. So not nice. So right now you will see at where I am. I usually walk out of there, and I walk in that direction, and I also never film this fragment. So maybe a couple more minutes. So this is the big river street, and this is one of the parts of my very frequent and very usual route. So this is the ravine, and I think that this is the part of some arm of Trofimov stream actually. This will be the dead end, and this is the electricity unit that feeds this area. I tried to walk into that direction. I didn't find really anything, so I think that this is a dead end. So this is where I usually walk when I head to the anomalous area. There will be a couple more very interesting houses, but mostly I filmed everything for today. As you see, it's written the street of Red Commandos. They're still trying to build this sidewalk, which is very inconvenient, and the only thing that it does is that it demolishes the space. So this is the picturesque house. It only steals the space from this narrow road. I don't see any use, any sense of заборы, fences. Look at this. This is such a sunset. So right now I'm approaching the countryside shop that has become really pathetic over the years. It's not getting better, and so this is another thing on the right, if you can see it. This was supposed to be a new house, and it's a very good thing. It's a srub. Srub is the base made from trunks, big tree trunks. But for some reason they are not doing anything with this. Someone is trying to do something over there, but it's very slow, and it's been like this for a few years already. And this house is very special because here lives a single old woman, and she is trying to paint her house on her own. So this is the shop, and this is where I always come from. So I mean, oh, a kitty. Okay. So let's take a look at this. Sorry. At this incredible picture, and then I'll be moving further to Trofimov Stream. Isn't it great? Okay. I hope you like this very long yet very scenic excursion. And this was already vintage Niva car. Okay, I'm gonna go home now.